Ah, delicious. Good morning, and welcome to the party, pal. You're from the neighborhood Master Chaos here with another installment of my morning show, my variety show, honestly, my reason for being at the moment, Coffee with Chaos. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a lovely beverage with you or not. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are well. I should probably say good morning, good day, good evening, maybe good night, because whenever you watch it is good by me. By the way, if you're watching live, you're part of the show, so welcome, and please do chime in with your comments. If you're watching on a replay, timestamps have been provided for you in case there's something specifically you want to focus on. I understand. Feel free and do that, but leave me a thumbs up as you skip around so the algorithm knows you're a real person, not a robot, which is a thing that happens. By the way, let's do this. Let's play a game real quick before we get rolling. Let's play a game. Look at the thumb counter right now on the video. If it's under 100 thumbs, do me a favor. This is your ticket to the show. Hit it. Help me get to over 100 thumbs. Again, it helps the video. It helps the channel. It's free. Makes you feel good. Makes me feel good. And rewarding all around. Okay. Today we have a lot to cover. I'm going to try to get it in all under 1 hour, but we may, stumble here and there, but we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best, but I'm going to bring you a ton of content. A lot of you, according to the community poll that I put up, still miss those out and abouts I used to do, the shopping videos. Well, guess what? Today, I'm doing them again. Here on Coffee with Chaos is going to be a combination of all the things I do. So we're going to go Blu-ray Tuesday shopping in an out and about segment a little later in the show. I've got reviews for 3 releases. I am looking at them right now. 3 releases, but 4 movies in total. I'm going to be bringing you a review of this, which just arrived yesterday, Magnificent Warriors, starring Michelle Yeoh from 88Films, as well as Enter Santo and the Ghostwatch box set. Now, one of those box sets is my favorite box set of 2023 already. Actually, well, I got it before 2023, but whatever. It's one of my favorite box sets of all time. And another one is a steaming piece of shit. If you want to know what that is, well, you know what you got to do. You got to hang with me. Here's the intro.
I love movies.
I love movies. You love movies. We all love movies. Let me check in with the chat, and then we will go up, and away, as Fet78 says here. Good morning. Sunset Shimmer, hello to you. Ragnar, big smile on his face, or her face. I think it's a boy. Their face. Joe Jack, what's up, Chaos? Glad to catch you live. Thanks again for the heads up on From Beyond. I guess the titles that Vincent or Graham from Scream Factory will be fast sellers. Apparently. But Texas 2 was that on Scream Factory? I don't remember. Anyway, like I said, lots to cover, so let's get to it. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but if you're new here, this is the ultimate movie fan morning show. I'm going to cover sales, reviews, Hollywood news, everything that you're interested in when it comes to movies. I'll be covering it. I'll also be doing some book reviews, video game reviews down the line, as well as out and about. So I'm going to have a big guest, a huge guest, joining me on Monday. That's a tease. I can't tell you who it is yet, but I'm going to have a massive celebrity actor with me on Monday, and that's going to be a lot of fun. But today is today, so let's get to it. Speaking of sales, a couple things I want to put on your horizon. Eureka, going out of print sale. This is for all my dudes and dudettes across the pond, the Region B folk. I like Eureka. I've got a ton of Eureka titles. These are going out of print. Now, keep in mind, stock levels are being continuously monitored and regularly updated. The licenses have expired, so this offer closes the 28th of February. We're almost at the end of this. We have a week left of these titles. Get any of the 2 titles below for £20 or £11 each. Mix and match. Discounts will only apply for every 2 that you purchase. So keep that in mind if you're looking at any of these. Monkey Shines, Scream Factory put that out, so I don't know if that's going to really move anybody in the U.S. necessarily. But you've got Inherit the Wind, which is actually a really good film. It's a really good legal thriller, if you know that, the Scopes Monkey Trial. I feel like that's a Criterion title, but I may be mistaken. You got Birdman of Alcatraz, which is a solid film. I feel maybe that's a Kino release. I mean, most of these are probably in the U.S. already. But if you don't have them and you're a Region B person, this is a hell of a deal. All these movies are damn good. Salvador's fantastic. Under Fire is a wonderful film. Gene Hackman, I love him. I'm just putting this on your radar. The sale is almost over. These are going out of print. If you're a Region B and you're interested in these, I suggest getting it. This is at eurekavideo.co.uk. As a matter of fact, can I do this? I think I can put the link in the chat for that. I think I can. Yeah, I can put the link in the chat. So go ahead and check those out if you are interested. Another sale I want to put on your horizon. This just dropped literally 10 minutes before I went on air. Severin is saying, happy Mardi Gras. I guess it's Mardi Gras. I don't know. I don't really follow all that. But hey, happy Mardi Gras if it is. Severin is giving you a bit of a break on the pricing here with their Mardi Gras package. Not a huge savings, but a savings is a savings. Of course, if you wait for a sale, it's way cheaper. You have Mardi Gras Massacre Blu-ray with exclusive slipcovers, $28. Here they're saying it was $34.95. I don't remember the actual price for this, but for a slipcover edition, that sounds right. The Mardi Gras comic looks like the same price. The book is $15. Looks like the Mardi Gras necklace is clearance for $3. You need that. You need that in case your emergency cup. I need an emergency cup. Where can I get one? 7Films. They got you covered. You got American Splatter Movies pin. This is not on sale. The main things that are on sale are the Blu-rays. The Big Sleazy Jack Weiss double feature, $24. I believe this was $28. Here they're saying $30, but I believe it was $28. So you really, again, 20%. You're not saving a massive amount, but a savings is a savings. $28 for a nice slipcover edition. That's certainly cheaper than Vinegar Syndrome. But then, of course, you have to factor in shipping, which is a whole other ball of wax. I will say I loved Mardi Gras Massacre. I didn't love the Jack Weiss double feature. The only reason to get the Jack Weiss double feature, and I don't know if they'll show her here. Oh, they do a little bit. This lady, woo, Hachi Mama indeed. My favorite part of this movie. Beyond that, it's not good, but wow, she's a very good actress. Anyway, so I wanted to put those on your horizon before we move forward, because that is limited, and that's what you get here. I'm going to try and get you as many up-to-date, limited time offers. Like we all caught on to that. If you were watching, you were able to grab From Beyond before it sold out, because I sent out a distress alert to everybody. Hey, if you want it, now's the time to get it. Let's keep moving on here. One thing, looking at my schedule here, make sure I got everything going. All right, let's do our first review. Because there's a lot to cover, and I want to make sure I get everything in it. We're going to have big discussions coming down the line, so I want to make sure we have room for that. Joe Jack is sold on that. Yes. Oh, man. Honestly, it's worth it for her. Yeah. My wife is probably listening now and cringing, but yeah. Sorry, honey. Anyway, Magnificent Warrior. First of all, take a look at this packaging. 88Films U.S. release. I think Eureka put it out in the U.K. I don't know why that happened, but hey. Magnificent Warrior. I do like this slipcover quite a bit. I love the artwork on that. This is lovely little package. I flipped it around to the alternate, and the same as the other side is the slipcover. There's that. The disc has some cool pictures from the film. Now there's a lot in here. Actually, a lot of stuff I didn't even get a chance to look at. So let's look at it together. I think there's a poster. Well, there's a little. Look at this cool book. It looks like a comic book. Not a comic book. It looks pretty cool. Writings on the film. There's no nudity, so I don't have to worry about opening up and there's a big old vagina spread or something. Is also known as Michelle. She's also known as Michelle Khan in the movie. Looks like the film was also known as Dynamite Fighters. I think there's dynamite in the movie, but I don't think it makes that much of an impression. It might just be dynamite, like dynamite. Anyway, the lovely little booklet here about the making of the film. You get some stills, you get some poster work, and it's mostly stills. All right. Yeah, it's mostly stills. Trying to see where the writing ends. It's a little over 20 pages for that lovely booklet. Then you get this poster, which I hope it has the original artwork, because that's going to look amazing. Okay, so you got the commissioned artwork, which is really nice. And I love these kind of posters with like the old kind of Indiana Jones style. Everything is on the poster kind of thing. I love that. Love it. If you love it, let me know in the comments down below. Look at this. I'm trying to make room here. This is it's all right. This is the poster with just the cast from a scene in the movie. This is her biplane that she flies. Man, it's not as impressive as that. So if I were to put up anything, I'd put that up. Did anybody pre-order it? I'm curious. Let me know if you grabbed Magnificent Warrior. And allow me to tell you what I thought of Magnificent Warrior, because I think you're going to be very, very happy with your purchase. First of all, look at this original artwork here. Love that. That's, I mean, it's obviously a still from the movie, but I think that just tells you enough to be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want that. That's going to be a fun movie. And I mean, honestly, if somebody told me that wasn't Michelle Yeoh, I would believe them, because it doesn't look like Michelle Yeoh in a way. But it is, and she's fantastic. Anyway, let me get to the review here. 1987, Magnificent Warrior. This movie has it all: airplane dogfights, whip fights, stick fights, gun fights, rope fights, and regular fights. This incredibly fun martial arts classic features nonstop action and a compelling plot, as well as Michelle Yeoh kicking all sorts of ass. The Japanese want to take over a rustic Chinese village and open up a chemical weapons plant. Michelle Yeoh is a badass biplane pilot who has been drafted into the service of the rebels, fighting against the Japanese army and their evil plan. And she, along with her band of misfits, are definitely going to give you your money's worth here. Now, when I say this movie is nonstop action, I mean it. The film doesn't go 2 minutes before we see someone kicking or getting kicked. It's a fantastic film, and one that feels very different from the typical Hong Kong action pictures of the day, due to its modern setting, yet old-fashioned feel. Michelle Yeoh's fighting is organic and natural, but her body is always precise and sharp. That's something I've always appreciated about her work. Pardon me. She's the opposite of Jackie Chan's kind of sloppy, last-minute kung fu, which I love, by the way. But they both work on the same principle, that the audience needs to be entertained, and they go above and beyond delivering the goods. It's a fucking great movie. It's so fucking great. I loved it. Blew me away. 5 stars. Yes. 5 fucking stars. I'm saying that about a martial arts movie. I know I've been hard on them, but I honestly, I'm not a fan of the Shaw Brothers stuff, which is very like, you know, it's very stop, start, obviously choreographed. Michelle Yeoh and Jackie are always going to be 5 stars for me, even if the movie's whatever, because their fighting is so phenomenal and so fluid and realistic. And I think that's stuff that's sort of missing in a lot of fight movies of the day, but I think this movie really exemplifies that, and it puts the fighting in a unique location. I mean, on the back it says it's kind of like Raiders of the Lost Ark. I wouldn't say it's Raiders of the Lost Ark, but it's, you know, it has that old-fashioned kind of 1930s serial vibe, but set in, you know, a rustic area of Hong Kong somewhere. I forget the name of the city. I think it's a made-up city anyway. Tons of special features here. You get a commentary track by my dude, Frank Zhang, who knows his shit. You get an archival commentary with Michelle Yeoh, as well as the stunt coordinator. Take that back. Stunt coordinator Tung Wai. Man, I'm tripping if I ain't sipping. Oh, that's better. Bumpy, I'm with you, man. Don't need training sequences. 0 training sequences. I agree. Just stop with those. This is just full on, nonstop kicks and really, really impressive shit. So absolutely grab it. Bumpy says, wasn't on my radar, but now I will be picking it up. Sean says, wish I had a region-free player to be able to watch most of the releases. Oh, Eureka or 88 Films? This is region A. This is a US release. I think it's just region-free. But this is one of their US releases from 88 Films. You can grab this now. I grabbed it on Amazon. I forget what, but it was a pretty good price. Anyway, Magnificent Warriors, 100% highly recommended. I wanted to start the show with a banger of a movie because I wanted to get that out there. That just arrived, and I got to talk about this because it's fan-friggin-tastic. Okay, before we do our out and about segment, let me put something on your radar before it's too late. Tonight, depending on when you're watching this, Wednesday the 22nd, over on Lennon Hawk's channel, Super Booby Movies. Oh yeah, we're gonna get boobified, or are we? Episode 2 over on Lennon Hawk's channel. Link for this is in the description right now. He put up the placeholder. Actually, you can open the tab depending on where you're watching it. Then open it in another tab. Hit notify. Hit notify so you don't miss it. Give it a thumbs up already. You can't miss that. Also, Tony jumped the gun. He thought it was today, but it's next week. Yeah, it's next week. But you can hit notify on episode 14 of Voice the Bottom of the Barrel. Episode 14, sexy dog movies. I'm not kidding. That's kind of what we're talking about. It's going to be gross. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that is in the description as well. You can grab that link, open another tab, notify, give it a thumbs up. You're good to go. You won't miss it. Those are going to be a lot of fun. And then Sunday, this one's not up yet, but I want to put this on your radar so you're ready for it. Sunday night, Guilty Pleasures Gang, episode 1, Demon Wind and Demon Warp. Oh, baby. I'm so excited for this. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be sharing crazy crap that you may not have known existed. And now you will. Or maybe you do know, and maybe it's something that's a guilty pleasure of yours as well. It's part of the fun. It's part of the fun at the end of the day. This is, let me do this now before it forget. A segment I want to do every once in a while, maybe every Wednesday, is a YouTuber Spotlight. Let me do this. I'm going to put this up right here at the beginning of the hour, at the beginning of the show here. YouTuber Spotlight, I'm going to focus on a fellow YouTuber, a content creator who I think deserves a spotlight, somebody who I think is doing hard work. If you are a content creator and maybe we've not really chatted, or feel free to reach out. I've got an email in the description. Send me an email or leave a comment and say, hey, I've been watching for a while. I've got a channel. I would love to check out your stuff. I'm one of the guys, I research the shit out of this. I watch everybody. I always leave a like. I may not always comment, but I always leave a like because I know how important it is. But let me put this guy on your radar because he's awesome. And he's going to be on a show hopefully sometime next month. This is Heroic Waffles. He just crossed 500 subscribers. He's doing a 500 subscriber giveaway here. So you can subscribe and enter to win 20 views on that. He is, he's new to the game. Certainly his views could be better. So let's help him. That's why I want to put him on your radar. Go to Heroic Waffles, subscribe to this guy. I'm going to put this link in the chat, actually. And I want you to go to his most recent video and say, Master Chaos sent me. Give him a thumbs up. Check out his content. But you know what? Check out his content. If you like it, then subscribe. Don't feel like you have to. But at least say hello and check out a video and give him a thumbs up. Help the guy out because it's so hard to get noticed in this crazy world of a YouTube. I should know. It's been a minute since I felt like I had control of my channel. But guess what? I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I hope you are as well. The response has been great. Another thing I sort of want to put on your radar. Let's see if I can get to their main page here. This is Cavity Colors. Cavity Colors is a wonderful apparel company, shirts, pants, all that good stuff. Of course, Chucky, they're doing the John Woo there. They have a new line of Crow merch. I know there's a lot of fans. We just talked about the Crow on the last voice poem of the barrel. I know there's a lot of Crow fans. My buddy Devin Whitehead did the artwork here. Look at this. It can't rain all the time. You get baseball shirts, regular shirts, hoodies. I bet you. Well, I don't know if he wears these kind of shirts, but I bet you Blake would like this. He's a big Crow fan. This is a really badass long sleeve. I love that artwork. That's pretty dang cool. Rest in peace, Brandon Lee. This is what I got my eyes on. I love pants. I love these kind of pants. I have all kinds of pants. I don't have Crow pants. And it's nice to remember can't rain all the time. Anyway, wanted to put that on your radar. I will also drop this link in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you guys can actually, if you're watching live, if you can actually access those links. Let me see. Let me know if that's actually working. Bumpy says, where's the furlong version? Next week. That's next week. Next week they're going to... Yeah, next week they're going to drop the Edward Furlong version. And there's O'River's Valentine's Day collection. Yeah, go check them out. We will be hearing from them again because they're releasing a line of Scream 6 merch. And I will most likely be grabbing something or other. Yeah, there you go. Chucky Pants. Yeah, go check them out. Go check them out if you have a moment. I think you will dig it. Griff, morning. Hope everyone's been well. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. Yes, I've been well. I hope everybody has been well as well. Yeah, I guess that's how you would say that. All right, let's go into the next review. I'm going to leave Santo for last, only because I was supposed to do, ran out of time, but I was supposed to do Ghostwatch last episode. So I want to give it its due. Because I'm going to put this on your radar, and it's still available. 101 Films is a UK company. This is region free, baby. And you can get it from Diabolic DVD. That's where I got mine. Diabolic DVD does good stuff. You can find pretty much, they do a good job of finding stuff for you, especially, German, media books, all that stuff. So go check them out if you don't know them. That's a good place to go shopping. 101 Films is a UK company. I don't have a lot of their stuff, but I had to get this because I'm going to sort of tip my hat as to what I feel about this. I love this movie. This is probably one of my favorite found footage movies of all time. And I think it will be one of yours if you give it a shot. Let's take a look at this packaging. Unboxing time. According to the poll, that's something that people really, really enjoy. So wait till you find out what this is. Amazing. This is probably, I'm going to tell you right now, this is my favorite box set in a long time. And I'll tell you why. It has one of the best physical special features ever for these kind of movies. I'm in shock. I'll tell you in a moment. Ghostwatch. Look at that. That's the original, I guess, artwork. This was a BBC TV show back in the day. 1980 something. I forget the year. I'm sorry, 1996, the year that Scream came out. There's that. There's a reversible, but it's the same cover as the slip box. Okay. Oh man. All right. So let's do this real quick. They've got little postcards. Woo. Trying to find room here to get it all in here. There's that. There's this guy. These are all the characters in the movie. It is basically a TV movie. Mysterious. And that's the host. It's basically a TV movie. Found footage kind of TV movie. Oh, look who's in the chat. Heroic Waffles. What's up, man? You missed it. We just shouted your channel out. If you look up in the chat, I linked it. I gave you a shout out. You were the YouTuber of the week. So go check him out, guys. Go check out Heroic Waffles. Joe Jack loves a good unboxing. Who doesn't? Hopefully, I will do a good one for you. I'm going to leave my favorite piece out for last. But the story's very simple. A news crew is doing a Halloween special from inside a house that is haunted. And, of course, the news people were like, oh, well, it was fun. It's going to be funny and goofy. And, oh, we might see a ghost. Oh, what's going to happen? But little do they know that there is a ghost, and shit gets crazy real fast. It's not a long movie. I think it's like, gosh, it's a little over an hour, but not necessarily. Well, it says it's 90 minutes. It doesn't feel like 90 minutes. It really flies by. Let me show you my favorite thing about this. This is insane, and I really like this because it's something professionally that I was curious about. And they provided it. And I think it's going to provide a lot of interesting elements for you. The script. Look at this. The god dang. Look at how. It's probably going to be blurry, but look how amazing that is. The script, dude. The script. How did they shoot this? Amazing. Amazing. All the little notes and everything. This is the actual, I think, the director's shooting script. Does it say what it is? Let's see. No, basically it's just the beginning of the script here with all the dialogue. Obviously it's not real, but this isn't improvised. You can see that it looks like they were actually working off of stuff. Amazing. All the highlighting and the take that out. Oh, I love it. That's amazing. That's amazing. I really, really enjoy that professionally because I write scripts, and I'm, when I watch a movie, I'm like, how the hell did they write that? Or did they write that? And now I can watch along, which I haven't had a chance to, but I want to watch along with the movie, following the script and saying, oh, cool. And that's how you learn. That's how you learn. Hey, filmmaking tip for everybody out there who's curious about making movies. The easiest way to learn to make a movie, watch a movie, right? And that's, fun. So it's, as long as you're having a good time and you're and you're doing something surrounding by film, you're gonna learn. Not gonna make you Spielberg, but you will gain something from every movie. Even Scorsese says that he learns something from every movie. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Let's talk about this thing. I'm sorry. It says, according to Letterboxd, it says 1992. So maybe the print was too small and my eyes are too bad. I apologize. 1992, Ghostwatch. This exceptional horror stuff from the BBC is essentially the first found footage mega hit. BBC presenters are sent to the quaint and humble home of a single mother and her two daughters who are experiencing the poltergeist shenanigans of a ghost they call Mr. Pipes. What starts out as a goofy bit of Halloween fun turns into a chilling and utterly compelling reality show that set the template for others to come. Designed as a real-time event, but surprisingly shot over 2 months, this is the movie version of Orson Welles' War of the Worlds. For me, it still holds up today, and I'm a huge fan of this lo-fi, incredibly well-made spook show. Get it. Get it. Get your hands on Ghostwatch. If you like found footage, it sprang from here, essentially. It's really good. It's really, really enjoyable. And mainly now there's not a lot of super scary moments and stuff like that. It doesn't really get scary towards the other half of the second half of the movie. But the actors, the characters are so likable and relatable and fun. And there's a humanity to it. There's a personality to them that really draws you in, and you like watching them. And I think that's important. And that was my problem with WNUF. I didn't really feel like I connected with anybody, and there were too many commercials, so I feel like it was distracting. This is a better version of of WNUF, at least in my opinion. I think it's fantastic. Are you ready for this? 5 stars. 5 stars. Ghostwatch. Get it. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Interweb Kaiju in the house. What's up? How you doing? Sean says, may have to get this movie. Has a good price too. Yeah, it does actually. I forget what it is, but I think it's under $30 for look at this. Look at this, all this massiveness. Amazing. I do recommend it. Coffee. Heroic Waffles says, gotta get back to work. Thanks for the shout out. Everyone have a great day. Thanks, man. Have a great day at work. Let me know where you're watching from. Are you at work? Are you hanging out? I mean, it is a Wednesday, so I assume most people are at work. But I'm happy that you're hanging out and enjoying the content with me. Lars, what's up? Hair looking awesome, bro. Thanks. I cut it myself. Well, actually, my wife helped me on the sides, but then I just went crazy on the top. Thanks. I appreciate that. All right, it's the moment that I think most of you have been waiting for. I don't know. It's our first ever out and about segment. Bumpy's on a lunch break. Hell yeah, nice. The show, in terms of time, will be sort of inconsistent in a sense because it's really depending on what's happening in my morning. But it'll always be in the morning: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And remember, if you're watching now and the thumbs up are not at 100, do me a favor, slam it. Be part of that first 100. It's good. It's good luck. 100% really. Well, it's gonna help you. It's gonna help me, and you're gonna walk around all day and go, "Wow, I gave him a thumbs up," and my day feels so much brighter. The colors pop. You're just gonna feel good. Have you ever had? It's like an orgasm. Give me a thumbs up. It's an orgasm. There you go. Sydney Jenkins, what's up? Lunch break. Nice. Inoue Kaiju's home eating some lunch. Hell yeah. Enjoy your lunch. All right. First out and about. Shall we do it? This is the first tape segment, so hopefully this works out. Okie dokie. Here we go. We are outside of Walmart right now. It is 8:30. It's a little early for me. As a matter of fact, I haven't even had my coffee as of the recording of this little out and about segment, the first for Coffee with Chaos. There are a couple of interesting things happening physical media wise. Release date today, of course, February 21st, Tuesday. And we've got Magnificent 7 4K, Summer Party Massacre 1 and 2 4K from Scream Factory. I don't know if those will be in store, but fingers crossed. So for the sake of physical media and the sake of getting outside and getting some fresh air beyond the Chaos Cave, let's see what we got. The entertainment section brings us kind of slim pickings, to say the least. None of these are new. A lot of these are DVD. That's kind of why I don't really go to Walmart anymore. Look at this. There used to be a whole bunch of movies. Look at those. Nothing. Was there like some kind of crazy sale? Oh, Jesus sale. Maybe that's what it was. Stumbled onto a Netflix section. There's I've never even heard of Outer Banks, but it's just like a Outer Banks and Queen's Gambit. Is this a calendar? Oh, it is. It's like an advent calendar for Queen's Gambit. That's the oddest thing I've ever seen. Glass Onion concession kit. You can buy this and watch Glass Onion, which I didn't like, to be honest. Was not a fan. It is Disney's 100th anniversary. I do want to get my hands on that, though. If I could find that, I'm grabbing that. Love all those old school cartoons. One 4K, first 4K of the day here. Okay, so they've got the Little Mermaid with that packaging. Collectible pin. Come on, let me walk away with something. Come on. Oh, nothing? Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to look it up online. Of course it's not here, and I'm early too. Made it to the Beast, as my buddy Wet Movie One likes to call it. I like to call it the last stand, the last bastion of physical media. Now, physical media has been bleeding out of Best Buy in the past few years. Let's see what's in there. This one, for the most part, has an okay selection. They do have some new titles coming in here. Stuff that shocking me, like Criterion. Criterion comes to Best Buy. That's never happened before. So let's pop in, see what we've got going today. It is about 10:17, 10:18, so it just recently opened, and I'm hoping stuff has not sold out. New release wall, here we go. Like I said, they do have some Criterion here. I found this. I don't know, this is probably old, but I love this movie. I didn't realize it was on 4K. I think this is a fantastic film. I'm grabbing this one. Let's see what else they got. Cloverfield, is that new? No, that's not new. We got this. Oh, that's been out. Final chap, $13. I already got the movie like 800 times. I think I'm good. The Godfather. Ooh, Groundhog Day Steelbook. Yeah, I'm good. I don't need that on 4K. I think everything else. I really want to get Maverick, but I don't want to pay too much for it. Oh wait, next Black Friday it'll drop. I don't know if these are new or not, but I'm not interested either way. The Wakanda Forever Steelbooks. You got Shuri, whatever her name is, and then Mexican Avatar. I don't remember his name. Anyway, Black Adam, that's one I couldn't get into. Ooh, this is badass. Is this the first one? What is the first one? Oh, that's cool. Director's cut? Oh, wow. Maybe. That's pretty sweet. The Highlander movies. My favorite is the second one, however. Warm Bodies, how odd to bring that out. Well, I mean, it's a good movie, but I didn't expect to see that. Let's see. Ooh, 310 to Yuma, that's a badass. Bubba Hotep is here, $30. Didn't really love that movie. I don't know. I know people enjoy it, but it just doesn't click with me specifically. Here's the Magnificent Seven. I'd love to get another classic movie. I'd love to get this on. I've got the Blu-ray. I don't know that I need the 4K. Everything else I think has already been out. Nothing really hopping and popping. Casablanca. I think I'm getting that. They've got the 100 anniversary titles here. Here's the Mickey set that I want. I just actually ordered this on Walmart in between stores online, but it's way cheaper here, so I'm gonna cancel that Walmart order and grab this now. Well, that was a productive morning. I did grab a few titles. I'm gonna show you what that is right now. So back to the Chaos Cave. Thanks for joining me on this first Out and About, and now on the rest of the show. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and hope that technically worked and we didn't have any hiccups on my end. We'll do that again. That'll be maybe every Wednesday we'll do an Out and About. Maybe not necessarily the same stores. No, certainly not going to Walmart anytime soon, but I had a lot of fun with that. I know people enjoy that. So, hey, Mel, yes, that's a new segment for Coffee with Chaos. Sean says, I went to Best Buy last week and they still carry a nice selection of titles. Yeah, it depends. There is one that there's one that I believe Wet Movie went to, or maybe OGP went to, that they had nothing. So maybe they're slowly being phased out. Yes, I do like the second one, but I actually saw the second one first for some reason. I couldn't, the first one was rented out or something else, so I rented the second one first. So I think the second one's fun as shit, man. I like that one. The first one, for some reason, always just didn't work for me. I don't know. It's hard to... I don't know. I just had to put my finger on it, but it didn't work for me. Anyway, what did I pick up? Let me show you. Now, in person, kind of. I grabbed the Mickey Mini Volume 1, 10 Classic Shorts. This was going to cost me $28 on Walmart if I ordered it online with shipping. And I was like, fine, I want it. And, you know, I don't want it to sell out. $14, Best Buy. Casablanca, I had to get it. It's my wife's favorite movie on 4K. I love this movie. It's a fantastic movie. One of my favorites as well. Beautiful. I don't normally upgrade, but when it's stuff like this, I feel like it behooves me to have it in the best possible quality. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like. I haven't heard any reviews on it, but fingers crossed it'll be beautiful like the movie. And then, yes, I did get Hunt for Red October. I didn't know until later that they have all the Jack Ryan movies out. I'm going to get Patriot Games. It's my favorite of the Jack Ryan movies. And then I'll probably get Clear and Present Danger because I really like that one. And I don't have it on Blu-ray. I think I had the DVD. My dad was a big fan. But Hunt for Red October is fantastic. Super tense movie. Commentary with McTiernan. And then, a featurette called Beneath the Surface, only on the Blu-ray. If you guys are interested in the special features for Casablanca, real briefly, there is a commentary track with Roger Ebert, which is amazing. There is Warner Night at the Movies featurette, great performances, Bacall on Bogart. So that's of course, Lauren Bacall talking about her husband. Michael Curtiz, the greatest director you've never heard of. I believe that's a feature-length documentary about Michael Curtiz, the director behind this film. Deleted scenes, bloopers. Just kidding, no bloopers. But it says outtakes, cartoons. What? Was there a cartoon series of Casablanca? I missed it, but now I have it. Anyway, so yeah, Tuesday pickups every Wednesday. Hopefully, I'll have something to share. If you guys are enjoying the Out and About segments. Sean says, it's about time Casablanca got a 4K. That's a no-brainer. Griff says, Best Buy has still been messing with prices. Black Adam for like 40. Unless you're a Total Tech member, you have to keep an eye on the pricing. Oh, that's interesting. I'm a Best Buy Platinum member or something like that, but not a Total Tech. So you save money on Total Tech? That's interesting. That's different. Okay. Before we move on to the last box set, and oh boy, if you enjoyed the rant that I unleashed on Ray Dennis Stegler, I'm gonna save this one to the end. Enter Santo indeed. Let's talk new movies. This has just been released. Well, I guess it's been in theaters for about a week now, and I watched it. One of the few people who watched it, and I gotta say, I was impressed. I really liked it. And again, I'm tipping my head here, but I want you to understand why I liked it. And I'm gonna get it up here so we can discuss it. Of course, I'm talking about Liam Neeson's 100th movie. Let that sink in for a moment. Liam Neeson's 100th movie. That's what Marlowe is. Motherfucker's made 100 movies. 100 movies. And not like, shot on video backyard movies. I'm sure some of those guys probably have like 1,000. This is 100 films. Jesus Christ. That alone made me interested to watch it. Also, I love noir films. So, of course, as the saying says, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. Let's talk about Marlowe. Look at that. This says it's from 2022, but as far as I know, it's this year, 2023. If you don't like noir films or understand the genre conventions of noir, you're going to find this movie snooze fest. If you love old-fashioned detective stories and hard-boiled, sun-baked Hollywood-set noir tales, then there's quite a lot of fun to be had with this one. Marlowe, played by Liam Neeson in his 100th film, is hired to search for a man who may or may not have died in a hit-and-run accident. Cue the femme fatales and sleazy guys with brass knuckles. Toss in a clunky MacGuffin or two, and you got a picture. The movie has been savaged by critics and regular moviegoers, and I think it's been treated unfairly, to be honest. If you like stuff like Chinatown and Twilight with Paul Newman, not the sparkly vampire guys, then I think you're really going to dig this movie. It doesn't necessarily reinvent the wheel, but it doesn't need to. There have been thousands of slasher movies, and most of them are fairly fun because we appreciate the formula. The same applies here. This was a good movie. I don't know what people are talking about. It's fun. And I've looked at all the reviews, and most people are like, oh, it's so boring. Nothing happens. It's just exposition. Yeah. Have you never watched a detective movie before? Have you never watched a noir movie before? That's what happens. The guy walks around searching, investigating. And how does he do that? He talks to people. He asks them questions, and they give exposition. So we know that's that's boggled the mind, and I can tell most of the people who reviewed it weren't aware of apparently what a noir film was, or a Marlowe, Sam Spade type of thing. Say what you will about Liam Neeson maybe being too old for the role, but as a script, I think it's solid. I think it's a solid script. I think Neeson was great. Jessica Lange is fantastic. Diane Kruger's amazing. Danny Houston's in it. I loved everybody in this. I can't pronounce his name, but he's a black actor with a very long name. I'm not going to butcher it here. But anyway, he's fantastic in this as well. You'd know him if you see him. If he's one of those guys, you're like, oh, I like that guy. Who, can't pronounce his name, but he's good. Overall, I had a great time. And honestly, I was dreading stepping into the theater. I was like, oh, fuck, this is going to suck. This is going to suck. And I loved it. Well, I liked it enough to give it 4 stars. 4 stars, Marlowe. It's certainly something I will put on your radar to give it a shot, because it's a lot better than I think people are giving it credit for. And it deserves, I think, your attention, especially if you buy all those noir box sets, if you love, the Kino collections, if you love, black and not even black and white, but if you like Hollywood and 30s, 40s, 50s, that kind of era, which I love. I love that shit. This is the movie for you. So I think you're going to be blown away by it. Joe Jack says, off the top of your head, is there a perfect noir film? That's tough. I mean, oh man, The Killer's Kiss. Obviously, Maltese Falcon is really good. Touch of Evil is really good. That's sort of straddling the line a little bit. I'm just honestly just naming the big ones because those are the ones that sort of rattle off my head. Early on. They Live by Night. That's fucking good. That's really fucking good. That's a Criterion release. Bumpy says, Big Heat. Big Heat is fantastic. Big Heat, White Heat. White Heat is kind of a gangster movie, but yeah. Let me know if you're watching live. Drop it in the comments in the chat what your favorite noir film is, and I will check in with you as we continue forward. Anyway, so Marlowe gets high recommends. Let's talk movie news because there's some interesting things happening, and I want to put this on your radar. So this just happened, and I don't know what your feelings are when it comes to DC. I am a DC guy. I love DC. I have a Superman tattoo because I love it. I love it so much. I love the concept of it, and what it stands for, especially Superman, Batman. I love it. I love it more than Marvel. And for a time, Marvel didn't exist. Well, let's not bury the lead here. Demi Rose goes braless, guys. Of course, the question is, who is Demi Rose? And where can we see this photo shoot? Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Aquaman 2. This is bad news. I like the first one quite a bit. It made over $1 billion. It was one of the most successful of the DC titles. DCEU, whatever the hell they were calling it at the time. But it looks like part 2 is in trouble, which is unfortunate. Very, it's bad. It's bad news. It's bad news. No doubt the studio is hoping for repeat success with the 2023 sequel, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, although the first reactions from test screenings are abysmal, according to multiple sources. ViewerNon is a well-known leaker on Twitter. He says, according to leaker ViewerNon, I'll be honest, we're half a dozen test screenings in, and it's not looking great. I've constantly heard over the last half year or so that it's boring, not as good as the first, and potentially one of the worst DCEU movies. Oh, geez. And this is James Wan, too. Like, James Wan is still behind it. That's crazy. This is one of the bad things about being a scooper. I don't want to shit on a movie, but at a certain point, when people know there have been a lot of test screenings, our silence becomes pretty telling. I like Wan. I know he's had a rough time on this one, and I hope it works out. This was backed up by a number of other respected comic book scoopers. We'll read those as well. It does not bode well, and it makes me sad. Big Screen Leaks reports, there's a reason I've been avoiding any questions about Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom. But since ViewerNon put it out there, it brings me no joy to back him up and tell you that the test screenings for this film have not been good. Really hoping Wan fixes this movie before December. I heard that something that almost never happened in test screenings happened with this movie. They're really going to need to fix this one and fix it fast. And I'm guessing it's people walking out because this is reported a little later. Can we get some toast tweeted? That's a great name. People walked out. Been hearing similarly bad things about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and it's a shame because I read the script for that over a year ago, and it was actually pretty good. How do they get these scripts? And My Time to Shine, hello, simply added Aquaman 2, bad. Wow. Okay. Meanwhile, this may point in the direction. Meanwhile, another insider claims the reason Momoa is rumored to play Lobo in James Gunn's reboot of the DCU is because the movie sucks. So, how maybe you have no feelings on it whatsoever. But this is sad. I'm bummed over this. because I really love the first one, and I really wanted this movie to succeed. So I'm bummed. I'm honestly depressed that this is happening. Let's see. Hey, Roland, what's up? Thieves Like Us by Robert Altman. That is a good one. That is a good one. Aquaman 2 sucks. I guess it remains to be seen. Will it come out this year? Will they shelve it like Batgirl? Apparently, Batgirl was so fucking bad. They're like, no. Honestly, if we release this, we're done. So, imagine how bad that must be. In a way, people are like, oh, just release it. But no. I think it's good. Look, if they know they have a shit house, don't release it. Don't release it. Planet Mondo says, I like these day streams. I can listen while I deliver. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. I am glad you are enjoying it. Very quickly, let's talk about James Gunn, Superman timeline. Now, this just popped up and just blew my mind in terms of, you can talk about it. Is it what's fair, how Hollywood works, the backstabbing, the lying. I mean, it's no matter where you are, it's a tough business. And Henry Cavill fans, I'm among them, are sort of reeling from this news because it makes him look bad, and it makes James. Everybody looks bad in this. Everyone looks bad. So here is what happened. James Gunn revealed that he's been working on his Superman movie for 6 months. 6 months. But the same month that let's see, where does it have it here? But basically, within that 6 month period, they convinced, or at least The Rock, I guess, convinced Henry Cavill to come back, reprise Superman for the end of Black Adam. And then he even tweeted, "Hey, I'm back, guys." And everybody was like, I was excited because I think he's a great Superman. But that happened knowing that there was going to be another Superman movie that wasn't going to star Henry Cavill. So it just puts a bad taste in everybody's mouth because it's like, they told him, hey, yeah, come on out and do this, and we're going to continue the party. But then they were going to backstab him. It's a backstabbing situation. I think that's sort of why. That's why it rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, because it's one of those things that just it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Let me know in the chat. Did you like Henry Cavill's Superman? I loved him. I thought he was great. Say what you will about the plots. Maybe just needed a better plot. But I liked Man of Steel quite a bit. I think he was great. And further, this is in this article, but further, James Gunn said that Superman is not going to be 25. That was taken out of context. He's going to be in his 30s. Well, guess who's in his 30s? Mr. Henry Cavill. What the hell? What is happening over there? It's such a mess. It's such a mess, and it's a shame. I know people are not going to be happy if Superman is cast and he's like a year younger than Henry Cavill or some shit. Honestly, unless the rumors are true and Henry Cavill is an asshole and hard to work with. And that's allegedly. That's the rumor is that he's not very good. He's not very good. Not a very good partner. I don't know. Roland says, at least we have Cavill on Warhammer. Yes, that's coming up. Hopefully that still continues. Cavill got screwed on The Witcher coming back to play Superman. He left The Witcher. He didn't get screwed. He left. He actually he quit because they were taking the story in a different direction, which I admire because he actually read the books. He was actually a fan of that shit, so I appreciate that. Video Store says, if offered, would you direct the Marvel movie? If so, which one? And what direction would you take? I mean, honestly, I'd be stupid not to because the money's so good. But I don't know. I don't know Marvel that well. Man-Thing? I don't know. I'd like to do a horror one, but they're not really doing horror. Even Blade's having issues. So I have no clue. That's a good question. It's a good question. I don't know. It is what it is. Bumpy says The Rock used him to try to take over the whole thing. Cavill had The Rock's ex-manager The Rock's ex-wife as a manager. Yes, that's right. Yeah, they were working together. But yeah, but it's like, I don't know if but Gunn admitted to being paid to write a script before that happened, and Superman Legacy, as far as I know, was not going to be a Henry Cavill movie, because in their initial stages, our stories will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. Anyway, I'm not going to belabor the point, but it pissed me off, and that's basically what's happening. That's the hubbub in Superman versus James Gunn. The drama will continue, and maybe, I'm pretty sure Cavill will stay out of it, but James Gunn keeps talking on Twitter, and he may put his foot in his mouth. It's not looking good over there, honestly, as far as I'm concerned. It's not looking good. Time always flies on these morning shows, especially because I want to keep these under an hour. Because I respect your time, and I want to give you as much content as possible. Boom, slam it down your eyeballs. So I'm going to have to leave a couple things for next time. But I don't want to forget this. Let me do this real quick. So my apologies if I go a little over, but I'm sure you're very curious about this new release, which I believe is still available. This is the Indicator Box Set. This is the stupid little thing that comes on the back. This says I am number 4,223 out of 6,000. So they may be sold out by now. I don't know. I'm going to keep that in there. Now, let me show you the posters, because this is the coolest thing about this box set. This is the coolest thing about this box set. Look at this. Oh, that's cool, man. Look at that. Look at that fucking shit. I'll tell you what. They really know how to sell the shit out of these movies. The movies aren't half as cool as that artwork. Not even half as cool. There's a booklet, of course. A little booklet featuring, write-ups on. This is a. Her parents were sort of the production company that started the Santo craze. So she has a full-length documentary on here called Perdida, Lost Girl. Anyway, so a little bit about the movie. A lot more than you would imagine for these two movies that really don't need too much written about. 73 pages, thereabouts, for this Santo book. I think this is the producer of the Santo Films. Let's talk the films, because that's ultimately what people came to. Well, I mean, some people might have come for the booklet or the poster, but it's the movies. Plain Jane artwork. The reversible, it's 2 discs. The reversible is this. So I switched it so at least it's a different color-wise. Evil Brain is the first movie, also known, according to my son, as Evil Brian. He's like, hey, what's Evil Brian? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, no, that's Brain. So let's talk about Evil Brian. I think that's a better name for it. Are you ready for this? I'm ready. I hope you're ready. From 1961, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first Santo movie ever. And perhaps not to get your expectations too high, he gets his ass kicked in his first street fight just minutes into the start. So I would say the series doesn't have auspicious beginnings. Shot in Cuba, my family's homeland, and finished just days before Castro marched in and took over, Santo's first big adventure sees him battling against a bunch of gangsters and their mad scientist boss. Santo is far from the lead in his first official picture. As a matter of fact, the bad guy's henchman. He's the bad guy's henchman for the first half of the movie. So he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy, essentially, because he was brainwashed. But I'm not going to get into that. He manages to make very little of an impression in his freshman outing, as the movie is more interested in the selling of scientific secrets, at least plot-wise. As a crime syndicate gangster movie, it's terrible. And as a Santo movie, it's even worse. It's not a horrible movie. It's just not the kind of movie you expect when we're talking Santo movies. There isn't even one wrestling match in the film. And even though they're my least favorite moments, they're incredibly iconic when talking Santo. I don't know how many of you like the wrestling moments in the Santo movies, but you need them. You need them in the Santo movies. People dig it. No wrestling. None of these. No wrestling. What the hell is happening? I don't know. Also, for a movie that's only an hour and 12 minutes long, there are way too many driving shots and what I would call location porn. At times, it almost plays like a travel log, especially the first 10 minutes of the movie, which are nearly wordless and just shows slow pans of Cuba. Now, Santo kicks ass here and there, but the movie could have happened without his character. So it's a little disappointing to call this his first actual movie. It is so. I was shocked how shitty this was. The most important thing was that, to me anyway, that stuck out to me was that it takes place in Cuba, the Cuba that my parents grew up in. So I got to see what the island looked like, before the Castro takeover, and it was a beautiful place. I was shocked. I was like, wow, I didn't realize Cuba looked like this. This is pretty kind of amazing. So it was amazing to see Cuba from the perspective of that's how my parents grew up in the milieu that my parents grew up in. Also, I should say TC, his I think great grandmother or one of his aunts is the lead actress in this movie. She's barely in it, but she's in it. So TC has a connection to Santo tangentially. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool in my opinion. I wish the movie were better. 2 stars. It's just on the verge of crap, but it's okay. It's just that Santo's a henchman. There's way better Santo movies than this. So take that for what it will. If you're a big Santo fan and you need the whole collection, then get it. But overall, no, not good, no bueno, in my opinion. I'm gonna flip it just for you, so we can talk about the second movie, Infernal Men. This one is, I won't say more of the same, but close. Same year, 1961. This is Santo's second film, and sadly, it's garbage. I'm not saying a lot for this franchise. It not only largely reuses footage from the first film to its detriment and padding, but Santo has about 5 minutes of screen time and gets his fat ass kicked in his only real fight. There are no wrestling matches in this one, so if you like those, don't come looking for them here. The film is a meandering, dull mess about smugglers who are doing, vaguely shady things. It's never clear and it's never interesting. I was 30 minutes in and I still had no clue what the plot was or why Santo wasn't in the freaking plot. By the end of the film, I still had the same questions. He literally has about 5 minutes of screen time. I'm not kidding. It sucks. I prefer when Santo fought evil mummies and vampires and werewolves and all that crazy shit. Personally, anyway. Garbage. The Infernal Men suck. They just sit on a fucking pier and talk, smoke cigarettes, and then I guess they do some smuggling, but it's unclear what they're doing. Nothing. This movie is nothing. Nothing. 1 star. I'm so fucking bummed. 1 star. Ugh. Terrible. Ugh. You have no idea how bummed I am because I love Santo. And I'm trying to make it my goal to have all the Santo movies. Enter Santo my fucking ass. He doesn't enter shit. He doesn't do anything. Anyway, there's a ton of special features on here. If you're curious in getting it, I'm still going to hold on to it because I'm a Santo collector. So the only thing I'm a completist in, Santo, Jackie Chan, things like that. So I'm going to hang on to it. But dang, bro. You get a couple of featurettes. I think there's no commentary tracks. From when no, the feature-length documentary, which you talked about, some featurettes, and then and the booklet and all that stuff. Bummer, garbage. I'm bummed, man. I'm really bummed because I really wanted that to be amazing. Ruben says that's disappointing hearing these 2 Santo movies suck. Maybe better getting off the VCI release. I got it, and 100% you're better off. Those are good Santo movies. Those are real Santo movies. Fucking Santo's got to wrestle and fight vampires. That's all I care about. That's robots, mummies. That's the Santo for this guy. All right, that's it for Coffee with Chaos, episode 4. Thank you for joining me this morning. Let's take a nice little sip of coffee together here. Boy, we sure did cram in a lot. Timestamps if you're watching on a replay, but by now you should know that. Thank you for watching. Leave me a thumbs up. Remember, if we're not at 100, help me get there. Do your part. Ticket to the show. I appreciate that very, very much. Next time, Friday, next episode. Again, we come Monday, Wednesday, Friday at you with this morning variety show. Friday, I will have a review for Cocaine Bear. Yes, I'm going to go see it Thursday night. And we'll be talking spoiler-free review of Cocaine Bear. So stay tuned for that. We'll also be talking Megan, as well as a couple of other fun things. And we're going to be checking back in with the Michael J. Murphy box set, which, woo, talk about disappointment. Oh, it hurts. It hurts so bad. Anyway, I love you, my friend. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you sharing that time with me. Until we meet again, take care.